Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm obviously out here cutting wood. I came out and cut some yesterday also. Didn't film any of that. Did some mowing. It finally dried out. This time of year, the grass can stay wet all day long if we don't get some sun and a breeze. And yesterday we finally had both of those. It's been real foggy. It's still foggy right now, but the last like 4 or 5 nights have been real foggy, so it's been real damp. Melissa's making up debris sandwiches. It's like a po' boy using a roast, and she's cooking it down right now for lunch. So it's Sunday morning. I thought I'd come out and cut some wood. I'm going to take my bigger saw out there. I've got a couple of bigger logs there. But I'm going to take this blade off, or this chain off, and put another one on. I mean, I've got all of these here, but this one is getting filed down pretty good. But I mean, there's a reason why I switched it out. So, but this one just wasn't cutting very good last time. That smaller saw, when the logs are smaller like that, it's really easier on the back. Well, that's one more tank. That chain was sharpened correctly. That was such a pleasure to cut wood when it would go through so fast. Oh, Melissa's almost done making lunch. She's got mashed potatoes. That roast is whatever she does to it, so it falls apart. She boils it or whatever in her big cast iron crock. I picked 4 ears of corn, cut that off the cob, and got that cooking in butter right now. And she made an apple pie with our apples from the trees. That's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon the following day. Got the other side of the wood storage area pretty much full. And this stuff in here, I got, some of it was kicked around because of the cows, so I got it stacked. I think I'm going to go out there and cut one more tank full this afternoon. I'm not going to do anything to that blade because it was cutting pretty good yesterday. I did message the guy this morning asking what kind of wood he has available. I'll get whatever is probably seasoned this year. He's advertising birch, but he always does, and I get birch or maple or ash. Well, that's another tank of gas through the chainsaw. I'm not cutting this because these mushrooms, I took pictures and put it into the Minnesota mushroom foragers whatever site to see what they are. Never know, might be able to eat them.
I'm gonna go stir that.
Let's see, afternoon of the following day, about almost 3 o'clock. Last night, Melissa and I rendered all the fat from the steer, got it all ground, and then it's still in the roaster right now, rendering down into tallow. She has a couple more steps to go through before she can jar it, but I just got home a little bit ago and I turned it up so the heat's higher so it can continue to render down. They're finally out there putting the dirt along the new asphalt on the edges because it's such a big drop-off. They're working on the other side of the road right now. My camera is still, feels like it has lotion on it from last night grabbing it when I was doing all that cutting and grinding. Hey, we should go check out and see how packed that stuff is. I didn't get to see that. To me, it just looks like it's just going to wash away when it rains, but, huh, oh well. At least when they do this by our driveway, hopefully they'll, oh, they didn't do much on their driveway, did they? Oh well. Oh, maybe they did. Yeah, Buzz down there. Oh yeah, they did. That's good. All right. Yeah, they're both still there.
I think that one is getting bigger.
I do too, that one. Yeah, that second one does. I mean, we have to pick them pretty soon. Got those all over the place.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Right.
I don't see anything. We're gonna go around.
We need to come out and cut some of those stumps a little farther down.
Wow, look how this is growing up again already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long when we don't drive on it. So light green, just because after that one or them two hard, them freezing days. Nice puffball mushroom. Still good too. We'll have to watch it, see how it looks tomorrow. And then if it doesn't get any bigger, we'll have to harvest it. Maybe that one is as far as it goes. This one over here, you mean? That's
This one right here.
that one's dying?
This one was first.
Yeah, but it's got all them things all the way to the middle, so now it's just to make seeds.
Yeah.
So that's definitely... Is that mint that's doing that, or is that creeping chart? Oh, that is the mint, just creeping along the ground. That must be really, whatever you call it.
Invasive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mint. Yep.
You already have a couple of, more than 2 gallons of tomato stuff that you're doing now, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a ton of it.
That's good. You know, these look like they're in a pot too small. That's what these look like.
Yeah, they really do. Oh, this one's already rotted away.
Aw.
I wonder how it got a hole in it. This one's dead right here, so I might as well pull this. Oh, that one's getting rotten too, or it will be. See that?
Yeah.
I ate one, just a fresh one. You need to throw those to the pigs.
Yeah.
See, that's a different kind of watermelon.
Yeah.
That's different than the ones over there. I don't think he's gonna get big though.
Oh, look, here's another one.
Oh yeah. Chores are done. I opened up the door between the main chicken coop and the side where those baby chicks, now they're 3/4 grown, chickens are. So, and then I shut the light off in there. So, and then everything is closed up. So tomorrow in the morning when they wake up, it'll be a rude awakening, but everybody will get to know each other. Probably leave them in there. I don't know if I'll leave them in there all day tomorrow. I might leave them in for one day before I open everything up, and then everybody can free range again. So that's done. We're still working on making the tallow. The initial thing is done. Now Melissa is washing a pan so she can strain it into there, and then it's got to be cooked again. It's got to be cooked like 3 times. So she's doing that. I've got all the rags that we use to wash mesa before milking are in the washing machine with vinegar and bleach. And it's a few minutes after 8 o'clock.
Any change?
It is golden.
Yeah, it is.
I want you.
Good morning, everybody. Look at all the turkeys. They're getting bigger every day. I have about a 4-hour run to do this morning. Thought I'd take you along a little bit here because it's not going to be very long at all, and there's not going to be any leaves on the trees. 53 degrees this morning. It's supposed to get up to like 75 or 78. Yesterday made it up to 84 degrees, and that's 20 degrees above average. So it's been nice to have that we're having a couple days of warmer weather here after all the cold we've been going through. Yeah, it won't be long now when there isn't going to be any leaves on the trees, and the ground will be covered in white. Something going on up here. They have 2 state troopers back there having us slow down, and there's a lot of lights up here. Definitely a bad day for somebody. I got all my stuff done. I went to Melissa's work and took her out to lunch at the Panda Buffet, Chinese buffet in town. My brakes are really, one of them is really grinding. I'm trying my hardest to fix my truck, the brakes, and I can't. It should be a simple brake job, and I cannot get the caliper, the two pistons, to push back in. I've never had one that hard before. Nothing looks cracked on there, nothing, but I called up the auto parts store. It's like $112.50 before tax for a new one. So I'm just gonna go get a new one. I just can't get it in. And I was even used my 8-inch clamp, or whatever you call that. It's like a clamp or whatever, but it won't go in. I use a brake, the metal, like the old brake shoe, as a flat part against the two pistons. And even if I put it against one piston and I crank it using a bar so I have leverage, it just pushes through the old brake pad. And I even loosened up the where you bleed the brakes on the back side when I did it, so the fluid would go out, and it still won't go in, so something's wrong with it. And this truck here, Melissa's truck, you remember we brought it in, I don't know, it's been a month, maybe more than a month now. She doesn't drive this one too much, but because it went into limp mode and they had to fix a couple things, and then they put a new wheel bearing in, one of the two front wheel bearings. I remember I've replaced one of them already. Well, now when I drive this, when I hit the brakes, you can feel, I don't know, I gotta check it out. I don't know if they didn't get something right or if something got bent in there, but it's, hear that? I don't know if it's a bent rotor, although usually that would kind of pump your brake pedal up and down. I don't know. Too many things going on. Well, I got the caliper, but it kind of sucks because they don't sell just the caliper. They sell the caliper with the big bracket, and I didn't need the bracket. There's a $55 core charge, so I brought the other caliper in, and they really bolted on here, so you can't like take the bracket off at the store. So now I'm gonna have to go back, take the bracket off, and then I'll have to bring it back, because now this costed $183 something, and I'm going to definitely want my core charge back, and I don't need the bracket. See, this is what I'm talking about. All I need is this piece here. I don't need this whole bracket right here. So I'll have to bring that back because there's no reason to take this one off. It's not like it's going to rust away or anything. And then if you're ever doing your brakes like this, and you got to do the caliper, and you don't want to have to bleed it, I take and put a vice grip on the plastic part here to clamp that hose, and then I take and fill this whole thing up with brake fluid first, and then screw that down on there, and then this is the only little bit of air, if you can see that, in the whole thing, and I never have to bleed it out. So I probably had brake fluid, but I bought another one. I forgot to look. That should do it. All I gotta do now is clean up the mess. Minutes till chore time. I usually come out here at 10 to 6 and start getting the water and stuff ready. Oh crap. I filled up the water troughs yesterday, so I need to hook the hose up. I was just telling Melissa a couple days ago how frustrating it is when I don't do that right away, but it was after dark when I finished yesterday. So I didn't switch the hose from that hose to this hose. And every time I've got to do this. Come on, Annie. I've got to run her in and start milking, and then Brandon was hauling that cut wood today to the getting it stacked. I think he's got all of it now. I got to get out there and cut some more. So I need to separate the calves because we feed them separately, otherwise Mr. Bull Calf steals all the grain from the little bull calf. But we have to separate them because we're putting wood in that shelter right now. So I gotta run her in quick. Melissa's out there ready to feed, but she can't feed yet. Alright, this is ready, that's ready. I guess I just gotta run her in. What are you doing? You hiding over there? See, you're eating too fast. You're coughing. All right, let's go. Good girl. Watch out for that 2x4.
know those ducks are having a hard time without that turkey.
Oh yeah.
They love him.
I saw that.
Look at all those mushrooms over there.
Oh really? We got to check those out. Oh wow, there's a lot of them.
I know.
Holy crap! Look at that.
I know.
They better be edible. Yeah, those have gotten bigger. I don't know. I'm gonna have to post these and hopefully somebody will answer. I mean, look at this cluster here.
They're huge.
They're probably already getting old.
I bet you that rabbit's over here eating them.
Maybe. Good morning, everybody. This morning I got up and did a few things, and then I went to the feed store and got 600 pounds of feed for chickens, pigs, cows. I'm good for a week. It usually takes about that to get through a week, maybe a little bit more. And then I come back, unloaded that, loaded up the trailer, and went and picked up this freezer that I talked about. I think it was the last video that I went and paid for this, but didn't pick it up at that time. And it is identical, same exact size, everything to the other one that we have. Well, I guess it's not identical. It's the same size, same brand name, has the alarm switch, but it doesn't. I see every one of these racks are cooling racks. Actually, I bet you this one here, I mean, I've had that freezer since 2002. Probably got rid of that because we didn't need it. That's what happened, yeah. It has the hookups and everything for it, but I'm sure I took it out because you couldn't put anything big in there. I probably used it in a homemade smoker at one time. So this is here. When I brought it back, I just laid it on its back on the trailer. It was only about a 15-minute drive. So now I will leave it upright for at least 24 hours so that Freon or whatever's in there can get situated, and then I'll plug it in. Well, we just finished doing all the chores, and I just wanted to check out, this is a great big old dying maple, and I wanted to see if there was any mushrooms growing. We found all those ones, was it yesterday? And I tried to do, there's a bunch down here growing too, to see if they were oh, there's a hole. Look at all those. Oh, wow. To see if they were not chicken of the woods, honey mushrooms. And I go onto those sites, but nobody will give me a for sure. One person said 100% yes. And then the next, I only had 2 comments. The next comment said not honeys. So 50-50 chance. Got some growing down here too. But it's supposed to rain tonight, and it looks like, oh, it's supposed to rain all day today, but it looks like it's going to rain tonight and tomorrow. So I wanted to check this out. Melissa's in there doing the tallow for this is the 3rd wash she's doing tonight. So I thought I would check this out before it gets too wet. I'm going to take some pictures so I can try to get some ID on them and look it up and see what I can find out. That right there 100% looks like a shrimp mushroom to me. That's gotta be. It's the first one I've seen. I just saw a thing that I was reading that they're starting to pop up everywhere. There's some over here too, or one. Shrimp. That's something else. So we've got one mushroom here, one right here, shrimp in there. It's funny how there'll be a bunch in some places and then just nothing. Why aren't they just growing everywhere? Well, this is how this day has been. Foggy, misty. We got 0.56 inches of rain overnight and early this morning. Just been one of them drab, almost fall days. It's not cold, it's like 56. Time to milk Mesa right now. When I was out today, I had to bring back to get my core on those parts for my truck. And so then I went to Super One and got a mashed potatoes and gravy and a rotisserie chicken for dinner tonight and whatever, and lunch today. And when I was waiting at the deli, a guy came up that watched the channel. I think his name was Jerry. I'm horrible on names. If you ever meet me, by the time the conversation is done, because with my mind I'm trying to think I'm thinking ahead so far. I've just been horrible on names my whole life. And anyway, he used to know somebody that lived here and used to play here when he was a kid. So, and he said he didn't follow the Facebook page, the community one. So if you're watching this, email me the email address that is attached to my Northern Seclusion YouTube channel here, because I wouldn't mind exchanging phone numbers and chatting and see how you do deer hunting and stuff and all that. Really interesting guy to talk to. How are you liking this crappy day? You ready for some food? Looks like you're dirty today. You must have laid down in the mud. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I need to end this one now. It's Friday night. I need to get this up by tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So I got a lot of work to do today. I was going to edit on this earlier, and then I decided to take out the steam machine because I was bored and steam clean the couch. Yeah, that's where I always sit and do the videos on my laptop, and I had nowhere to sit, so then I decided, you know what, I'm going to wash the bedding. So then I did that. I got stuff to do tonight. There, you're looking good. Melissa just got done feeding the calves. Now she's going in to do the chickens. Tomorrow I'm going to let all of the chickens out now. Remember, I've had them locked inside for 2 days. Opened up the doors between the two. First day, the little chicks, well, they're 3/4 size grown now, were still on their side, and there was really like no interaction. And then last night Melissa went in there and she said that the bigger chickens were bullying the smaller chickens, which happens every time. That's why you introduce them to the flock in the dark, which is what we did. And then now tomorrow I'm going to let them all out again so they can free range, and we'll see if those chicks come out or not. I don't think that they've even been in the bigger part of the chicken coop where they lay eggs, and I know they haven't been to the back part where there's fresh air. So I'll probably have to open the back door and the front door and just let them all out that way. Done. There you go.
Bags.
Really? I
Yeah.
wonder why. Did they say they didn't have that many?
I don't know. It said it was adjusted for weight. I wanted to show you this. It's still open.
I will see you guys on the next video.